late nights.
Well, I'll tell you what, then go.
Here you go with that. You're being the same mother deranged lunatic that you were the other night.
Leave me alone.
What the are you talking about?
Just leave me alone.
Can you imagine trying to be intimidated by Stan, of all people? In an alternate universe, Mr. Rogers went off the deep end, and this is where he wound up. Stan seems like an incredibly impatient person in his relationships, which is hilarious because he's dating someone who's been to prison 7 times and wants to go back. So here we have the most impatient person ever, paired with someone who would require a superhuman level of patience. What could go wrong here? When we last left off, Stan had just picked up Lisa from prison, and she got a phone call from her son. This sent Stan into a fit of rage, and he told her that she would be a lot better if she didn't have any relatives. It seems as though every time she mentions a family member of hers and it cuts back to Stan, he's missing another lock of hair from his toupee. This relationship is so stressful, it's causing him to lose his fake hair. So they drive 5 hours to Stan's house, and he's like, oh, I'm so glad I'm finally home. And then he stumbles out of the car with his mannequin heads.
Lisa's not as affectionate as I'd hoped she'd be. Hopefully that's gonna change. She's not in a very good mood at all because her son is having some problems.
Well, you could always yell at her and tell her she's a terrible parent. That might work. That seems to be Stan's go-to method. When she's on the phone with her son, for example, he's like, you know what the solution to that is? Just don't even talk to him anymore. Just ditch that loser. You don't need him. How does it make any sense to accuse someone of being a terrible parent and not being around for their kids and then wanting them to do that more?
I'm not happy with Stan. I'm really not. Because at the end of the day, my kid needs me. And I don't think that he gets it. I'm pretty pissed off at him for real. Maybe he gets some rest and changes his way of thinking because it's not right now.
So instead of changing his way of thinking, Stan just pounds a bunch of wine and tells Lisa her kids suck. It's kind of an interesting tactic when he wants her to live with him. I'm not exactly sure how he's expecting that to pay off. I'm sure she is quite aware she's not a perfect mother here, and Stan should have definitely expected her to be dealing with a lot of stuff as soon as she gets out. Either he doesn't understand the way she is and they have not communicated well, or he's completely in denial. He also doesn't seem to understand that Lisa is already pissed at him because he said that she would be better without family.
Well, how you doing? You feeling better?
I'll be right back.
You done messed it up, Stanley.
We're from 2 different worlds, so this is all new to me too. So I'm not getting where you're coming from when I'm telling you that my son just started crying on the phone, and now he wants his mom.
Well, damn it, maybe be a responsible mother and go tell him that your sugar daddy is $30K in the hole right now and you don't have time for him. Stan doesn't exactly strike me as someone who understands what it's like to be around crime your entire life, and you can tell that he has no interest in dealing with any of her problems at all. He's just waiting for her to stop talking about it.
I just got out today and you want your time with me too, but now I got all these problems with my kid.
You're a smart gal. You'll figure it out.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Lisa, I want you to be honest with me. Do you care more about your son than you care about me? Because the answer to that question is going to determine everything. Don't forget, I'm about to buy you a car, so maybe you should just put the phone down. Tell your son you're sick of his shit and he's grounded. Wait, how old is he? 22? Yeah, you know what? That still works. Tell him that he's grounded. Tell him he's cutting into Stan's time. You know what? Just give me the phone.
Cutting into my time now.
So, so what are you going to do while I'm figuring it out?
Man, there's nothing I can do.
I was thinking that you'd say, maybe he could come over here until you try to figure it out, but you haven't even said that, so...
Oh, shit. Okay, I understand what's happening here. How did it take me this long to figure out what was going on? It seems like this entire thing has just been Lisa trying to get Stan to invite her son to stay with them. Are you serious? I don't know all of the details with her children. I think she said she has 3 kids, but the son that she was on the phone with was 22 years old. It seems like she's being pretty manipulative here, and it's ridiculous for her to expect Stan to just invite her son over to live with them. It would be different if they talked about this beforehand, or obviously it's a different story if it's a child, but he's an adult. Even though Stan is really inconsiderate and rude, I don't even blame him for saying no to that particular thing if she just sprang it on him like that. Maybe I'm too trusting because I thought she was just looking for some empathy and understanding from him about the fact that she's dealing with something, but nope, turns out she just wanted him to invite her son over there, and this is all just like a manipulation tactic. Great. So yeah, both of them are just kind of awful. She's selfish and he's selfish, and this is just incredible to watch.
I think you need to figure it out, and then maybe we'll discuss coming here. I think that's fair. She wants to help. She's a typical mother, and I love her for that. but I need to know her better.
So Stan is actually not even saying that he never wants her family to move in. He's just saying not right now, which I think is definitely fair. But like I said, I don't know what they talked about. I'm not even going to begin to imagine the horrors of their conversations. So yeah, these seem like pretty acceptable terms to me, and Lisa is about to call her son back. Let's see how this goes wrong.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voice.
Heard the voicemail.
You can't stay for long.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna go to my kid.
The focal point.
So I know you had plans and expectations tonight, but I'm a parent at the end of the day, just like you are.
It's true.
So I can't really blame her when it comes to this. I think anybody would rather see their child than Stan when they get out of prison, especially after the way he was in the car, so I can see why she just went to see her son instead. Stan can be disappointed, but he should probably just let this go for tonight and talk to her in the morning, but of course that's not what happens.
I was looking forward to starting a new life for you, and
This is a part of this new life.
that's part of it.
This is all a part of it.
Let's see. Not hurt all the time. Their knee hurts, their back hurts.
So let me get this straight. Stan wanted to be with somebody where he didn't have to deal with a lot of drama, and he chose someone who's been in prison for most of their life and who also has 3 kids and has been divorced a few times. So he went out of his way to choose somebody with a very troubled past, and then he's like, wait, why are you dealing with all these problems? Why do you act like you have such a troubled past? God, Lisa, you're...
Yeah, why is that? Why do y'all niggas do that shit? Like, y'all niggas to get what hoe is. Nah, y'all niggas be really, that's what I'm saying. Like, these niggas, they're really fucked up in the mind. Like, this nigga Stan is crazy. This nigga really got with a hoe from fucking from the cell. You know what the fuck? That hoe want son. This hoe out to get son. Is you crazy? How you think that dirty bitch went to the cell, nigga? Crazy man being crazy. Let's start the video back up.
acting like someone who's been in prison for 10 years. Like, what's going on with you? Damn it, Stan, can you get off my back? Because my back hurts and my arm hurts. Oh man, if she said that, I bet Stan would get so mad he would explode into a cloud of dust and his toupee would fall to the floor.
Stan wants me to leave my past behind and wants me to give all my family up, my kids, their problems, to come in his perfect little world and be perfect. And that's not the case. That's never going to be the case.
Lisa, please don't go to Stan's perfect little world. That sounds like a nightmare. Don't say that again. Even if Stan may have a point when it comes to some of her relatives being a bad influence on her, the way he's going about this is very disrespectful, and it's like he expects her to just change her mind in a couple hours. And obviously it's ridiculous to expect somebody to cut off their children. It's one thing if it's an adult relative of yours that's not your child who's an actual bad influence and they are potentially dangerous. But these two are so different and they clearly do not understand each other. Their communication is so poor that there's no chance they're ever going to reach any kind of agreement.
So I know that you're, feeling some type of way after what I said.
That's true.
Y'all might need to go.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, y'all know how to do with y'all
But he'd
stuff,
be
man.
man enough to work on his own.
Well, obviously I don't know. I don't know how he's feeling. I'm going to try to figure it out.
I have no idea what the deal is with her son. I don't know what their situation is at all, but you can tell that Stan only cares about the fact that this is cutting into his time. Yelling at her about her son isn't going to help anything. I'm sure she's aware that she hasn't been the best mother and that she hasn't been around for him. Like, that's not a mystery. For Stan to just throw that at her seems like kicking someone when they're already down. And you know, it's not because he cares or because he thinks she's making the wrong decision or even because he was offended that she tried to just have her son move in. He's not even really that upset about that, and that's something that I think would be kind of understandable to be upset about. No, what this is really all about is the fact that she's not going to follow him down to the Scoodly Poop dungeon tonight.
Okay, we'll go.
I can guarantee, though, if you're...
I think you need to go and do it then.
I can guarantee you wouldn't act like this if it was your job.
I raised
We're
my
doing
children
about the
right.
video.
You're a piece.
Can't admit the truth, can you?
So as you go over here in Stan's party
Yes,
mansion,
I
I think it has potential to be better, you know, like it wasn't the
Yes, I
best
know,
first
yeah,
night
my
ever,
bad.
but I think
Thank
Stan
you.
nailed
Yes,
it. She was like,
I
can my
know,
son move
bitch,
in here?
yeah.
And Stan said, you know what, not only no, but you're a terrible mother
Yeah,
and
say you're
your
a
son sucks
terrible
for
mother,
making me
bitch.
wait another day for the dungeon. Is he aware how long I've waited for this? Does he know? Did you make him aware of this? Damn it, Lisa, does your foot hurt? You've been avoiding putting pressure on your left heel.
I'm not going to apologize to her, I'll tell you that right now.
I don't
Yeah,
care about his
about
money.
the shit.
It's who you are as a person, and that was up. Period.
He's just manipulating her.
I have a few thousand on me, so I'm gonna go get a hotel.
So yeah, just like that, Stan's little fantasy came to an end after only a few hours. Now, of course, that's not the very end. There's more that we're about to get into, but that, you know, you can tell that there's never going to be any actual hope for these two after seeing that. Even if you take away that argument, these two are still the most incompatible that I've ever seen two people be in my entire life. So the next day, Stan's friend from the last video comes over because he was supposed to meet Lisa, and obviously Lisa isn't there, and this guy was telling Stan he's out of his mind for doing this to begin with, so Stan is probably embarrassed here.
I've been kind of busy lately, you know.
Boom, boom, inside. I see you still got your pajamas on.
Yeah, I'm still recovering from the events.
Is Lisa inside?
No, not right now.
No, not right now. Actually, wait a minute. She just got home a couple hours ago. I forgot. Stan runs inside and comes back out wearing one of Lisa's wigs. So this guy heard that Stan's girlfriend was getting out of jail. He comes over the next day and she's not there, and Stan is in his pajamas in the front yard recovering. What is anybody supposed to think about that? You said you were about to start your new life and you guys were in love, and now you're recovering in the front yard. So Stan talks to his friend, and it sounds like he's starting to feel bad, so he reaches out to Lisa, and eventually she agrees to meet him for dinner.
I want to be with Lisa. I totally regret saying what I said that night. I stand reservation, and I'm hoping that you'll forgive me.
And you trying to fuck on something.
Oh, he's been waiting 30 minutes. Yeah. We all know this is something you never do to Stan. In all seriousness, it is kind of unfortunate if you're trying to apologize to someone and they show up like over 30 minutes late to a dinner.
I haven't heard from her. No texting, no calling. I wish she would get here.
Sorry.
Cutting into my time now.
So eventually Lisa does show up an entire hour late, so she kind of did cut into his time a little bit. Stan does end up apologizing to her, and he says he regrets everything that happened the other night. He also said that isn't how he normally is, but he didn't get enough sleep and then had to drive really far and then drink a bunch of wine. This would be a little bit believable if this didn't all fall apart again in 20 more minutes. I'm not kidding, they end up in the same position again tonight. Like, they can't even stand one night with each other.
Maybe I need to get my own place. You know, like a one-bedroom place.
I want you to stay with me.
Well, that's not gonna happen right now. Maybe in
Why
4
won't
to 6
you?
months.
So even though Lisa agreed to leave with Stan and potentially spend the night with him, now she's telling him that she wants to get her own place. I'm assuming she means that he has to pay for it, so this is kind of like punishment for what happened. Now you have to pay for her to stay in her own place. I get why she doesn't want to stay with Stan after what went down. I mean, who would? But does she just expect him to pay for a new place? I think it's good that she's telling Stan she's not going to take his disrespect, but she's also making quite a few demands here that aren't really fair.
And I immediately have to get a car. That's the bottom line. So we can
I
go to a
can't trust
car
that
lot and
nigga
pick out a car,
Stan.
right?
Would y'all trust a nigga like that?
Well, it just scares me that you're going to be driving without a driver's license.
Listen, I'll figure it out. If that's the least thing that ever happens to me, look.
So now she's demanding that he buys her a car, even though she doesn't currently have a driver's license, and she fully intends on driving the car that he's going to buy for her without one. This just makes no sense at all. If you have someone who's willing to take care of you for the time being, then why would you even bother driving without a license? It seems like she just wants to risk it out of spite, and, you know, it's not a big deal. If I get arrested for that, then who cares? It's like, well, is that the attitude you want to have? Isn't that kind of how you end up in jail 7 times?
She's made all these demands. I need a car, I need a place to stay, I need these things from you. This was never the way she was. It's as if it's a punishment for me.
Let's get this established.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, these are goals of mine, and I'm gonna establish them.
So this quickly
You got
goes
this
from
nigga
being
saying
about
yes,
Stan
ma'am.
apologizing
I
to just
understand
making a
what
bunch
you're
of
saying. So you're not even
demands and
trust
trying to extract as much money from him as possible. It's like because of what happened, she thinks she now has an excuse to just walk all over him and to demand everything. These two just get worse and worse and more unlikable in every single scene they're shown.
Let it go, breaking the law. I don't know, it's a cop.
So yeah, as soon as Stan says that, he gets pulled over, and Lisa says she has PTSD, so she's upset that Stan isn't comforting her when there's a lot of police lights and sirens and stuff. And
Man,
are you
this
really
is
looking
your
for
life.
Stan to comfort you? Have you not figured that out by this point? There is nothing about Stan that would have made me expect that he's going to comfort you in this situation. Both of them actually seem very cold and selfish and just not comforting
Never
people
want
at
to
all.
get out of there. Like the cut rough for that shit or something. Never want to get out of there.
Cuddle up. Have a little private time.
Ew.
There's lots of things that we still need to talk about.
So this is where everything is about to hit a
That boy
breaking
said had a
point. They
little
both had a
private
really
time.
long night. They were kind of bickering when the cop
what I'm
pulled them
saying, he
over.
wanna-
Luckily, he
he
let them
tryna
go.
fuck
Stan
on
just wants to
fire.
relax and cuddle and go to his creepy dungeon, which is all he's been talking about and waiting for. But Lisa is ready to lay out an
That
entire
nigga
list of
fetish.
demands. This is where Stan completely lost his patience and everything just boiled over. And keep in mind, it has only been 2 days since she's been out of prison.
Tired, I wanted to cuddle with you.
Yeah, you're acting like
Yeah,
this
we're
is
gonna-
the stand that